We got a special treat for you guys today. I got a call and we needed to mix up some pink paint for that pink truck, if you guys remember from last year, and the customer graciously allowed me to come in and take some pictures and videos of it. And
get a little sunlight on that thing, it ought to look pretty good.
Yeah, it ought to look pretty good. So this is Wayne, he's the owner. Thank you much, Wayne, for having us over and letting us look at it. We had quite a bit of people on the YouTube channel and the Facebook page when we did the paint job on this thing that were really following along and seeing it. And then when the parts went away, they were really wondering, well, are you going to put that thing together? I said, no, the customer's going to put it together himself. So they'll be excited to see this thing. Man, it's impressive all put back together, isn't it, Wayne?
Well, yeah, it's going. I got a few parts to put on it yet, but
well, yeah.
And I got to find somebody that will finish the cut and buff on the damn thing.
Yeah, I'm scheduled out as far as I can think, you know. But you know, if you're still having a hard time, I'm willing to help you out if you're still looking for somebody to polish it. And I got another guy too over here that probably help me out.
There's supposed to be a guy over here at Jefferson that does that, but I contacted him before I put it together to try to get the individuals, because it'd be easier to do it, I think, with it apart in some areas, you know, around down that side of that bed and all that.
Well, they make some pretty small little polishing stuff. The world of detailing and polishing has really come around this last 10 years, where there's a lot of different stuff out there on the market. And I remember doing all the good surfaces, the top surfaces. It was really just I think if I remember, the cab and the bed sides, I think, were the main parts that I left off. We did cut the tailgate, right? Yeah, the tailgate's all cut.
Yeah, that needed to be.
Yeah, and then the tops of the bed rails. So yeah, the tops of the bed rails.
There's places that
some panels
hasn't been sanded. You know, still got
yeah. I don't think I did much sanding on the cab, because that stuff's all pretty easy to get to once it's put together, and you know, but, give you a chance to get this far with it, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, because all this stuff is all easy to get to stuff. All of this is all easy to get to, and then the only real concern is kind of down into these edges.
Yeah,
but
right.
we got some pretty small little polishing tools, and we can get most of that knocked out. That's not a big deal.
Bunch of clear that's run right here.
Oh, down there on the cab corner.
Lumps on it.
Yeah, we got some tricks we can.
But I mean, I'd be willing to pay you to cut and buff this thing.
Okay.
If you want to do the whole thing and get it.
Okay.
I want it to look good. I want it to be finished. I don't want to look, you know, some places you cut buffed, some's not.
No, we want to do it right. You've gone this far with it, and I knew that's kind of what we were after. Nick, if you're watching, I'm gonna call you.
And still kind of trying to determine what to do in here.
Inside the bed.
Yeah.
Yeah, you talked about putting wood down or something.
Yeah, I talked about wood. Also, on one of the TV programs, I think it was that Kendick guy.
Mm-hmm.
On one of his pickups, he used a diving board material, like you do on a swimming pool.
Uh-huh.
God, it looked really good.
Really?
And I guess they have different varieties of that and different colors and all kinds of crap.
Okay.
If a guy could do that, I don't know.
Yeah, we'll have to
work on his sides.
Yeah, we'll have to look into some options and see what we could come up with.
Anyway, okay. I think
that's pretty good.
I got some clear when I was over there the other day.
Yeah, it should take just about any kind of clear coat you can use on top of it.
Isn't that it right there?
Yep, that's the same stuff that's on it.
Okay.
Yep.
And then this should be pretty close, huh?
Yeah, it's the same mix.
Okay.
Yeah, just make sure you shake the heck out of it, because it's got a lot of sparkle and a lot of pearl in that paint.
So what are we doing with this? I mean, do I owe you for this?
Yeah, that was 145 for that.
What about that cut and buff on that thing? Actually, I don't want to go much further with it.
Okay.
I don't know about putting the glass in it.
Yeah.
I spent a lot of time on this stupid grill. It was painted before,
Okay.
some color, I don't know what it was.
Right.
But I masked the back of it off on both sides, all around, and I masked this little thing here.
Got it all
So
shot.
it would rather be all this color. It would look out in the sun. You could probably see that.
Right.
But shit, I spread it. I probably a couple of days probably just masking that stupid thing. And then
Yeah, it looked like that fit out pretty good, huh?
I screwed this thing up.
Oh, did you?
You know, I broke it.
Oh, shit.
I should never have. I didn't know they were that hard to find.
I know that
can't
one.
find
No, that one that you had, you were searching like the dickens to try to get one.
Yeah, and it was no good.
And yeah.
I laid this down on the floor over there, and the damn hoist come down on it and busted it.
Oh,
busted the bottom of it.
Oh, shit. After all the fighting.
So, and I took it. I tried to weld it. Well, I did, but I had big rod. I had some of that damn near quarter-inch rod.
Oh, right.
Big.
Right.
And I shouldn't have done that. But anyway, so I took the other one I had, and I cut the thing off. This side or something. Right in here, you can see that shit in there.
Yeah.
And grafted it back on. I took to a guy, and he says, "Oh, hell, I can fix that." He never did. He never did. When I went to get it, he said, "Well, no, we won't do that."
We don't do
Well,
that.
he had polished it, however. That
Well,
shined it up.
right.
So there might not be any chrome left on it. I don't know, but
Well,
so
I
my
got
neighbor over here. He said, "Yeah, I can arc weld that." And he went and bought some special rod for it.
right. Got it.
That was a piece of crap. So that's the way it ended up.
Well,
Somebody that's really good at welding that stuff
yeah.
could fix that.
Well, you know, I'll take some pictures of it. I got a Dodge over at the shop that the collision center next door, one of their employees ran into this Dodge, and it's got some special mirrors on it. And he said he found a guy that can fix up that rod. So he asked me just the other day to pull that rod off of him. So I'll take some pictures of that. And when I talk to him, I'll ask him who his guy is and see if he wants another project.
Yeah, it's fitted in here. It's going to have to be
But I mean, man, it's
ground out and.
But I mean, at least it's one piece again, and it's pretty close. You
Yeah.
know, I'm sure it's workable at that point.
Yeah, it fits good enough.
Right.
Yeah. The one that I had for it that I bought, I don't know, $200 or $300 I paid for this stupid thing, and it needed to be replated. Well, it didn't fit just right. It
Right.
had too much curve in it or not enough.
Right.
And I laid it down here on the floor and was heating it with a torch. I know that stuff is really touchy.
Right.
And I warmed it up, and I grabbed each end of it to pick it up, and it just fell in two. I just got a little too warm.
And just a little too hot. Didn't want to stick.
So then I took the bottom off it and tried to put it on
Put
this.
it on the other one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It don't fit perfect, and this bottom piece here needs to be replated. The whole thing needs to be replated.
Right.
And fixed pretty good. If I splash enough of mud and stuff on there, nobody's going to see it anyway.
Right. Get some road grab, some bugs stuck on it. Yeah, so I'll talk to my guys and see kind of what's on. I mean, I got a heavy schedule, like I said, but I also understand the situation and how much both of us put into this thing. So I'd like to see you be able to continue going on it. So if there's something I can do there, I'll sure put some bodies on it. I'll make some phone calls and see what schedules look like, and then I'll get back at you, and we'll kind of go from there. We might even be able to do it here without even moving it.
Yeah, I'm trying to get the front end finished now, the radiator and the engine stuff all hooked
Engine
up.
all hooked up and whatnot.
And then I got to get a upholstered, find somebody that can do a decent job. No, I grafted these old, well, I wrecked that.
Yeah, I remember you said you were gonna put them seats in there.
Yeah, well, I put it in there, and the hell, actually, they don't fit too bad.
Looks okay.
And they slide back and forth and all that crap.
That's cool.
And I could put some good upholstery in it. And I had the other thing, I ordered a dash for it. Yeah. Oh, might be able to get it in 5 weeks. Or 5 months, I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I ordered a gauge kit, and it took us almost 16 weeks to get gauges for a digital dash for El Camino. Parts.
Yeah, digital. That's what I was getting is a
Dakota Digital. Yep. We waited almost 16 weeks. They told us when we ordered it'd be 12 weeks. And then it got to being about 13 or 14, and then they called us and said, well, they called us in the middle of it and said, yeah, we're going to push it back to 16. And then they called us again and said, well, we got the parts we needed, so we're going to send it out earlier than that. And so we got it in like 14 weeks or something. But yeah, it's been rough.
Well, everything's that way.
Everything's that way. No, I got one on my lift over there that I just was able to start working on, a Camaro that we're doing everything to, suspension and the motor and the paint and everything else. And I started ordering parts over a year ago, and I just got everything back together.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I had 3 motors at 3 different machine shops. One of them took 6 months. One of them gave me a quote for $9,000 to rebuild a Ford small block.
Woo.
So I had to go back and go get my parts. Well, he charged me $800 just to get my parts back. A pile of parts on the table. So then I was like, what the hell? And then the other one, I had a Japanese motor that was up at the specialist up in Vancouver. He took 14 months to rebuild it.
How come?
That's a lot of it. There's not enough bodies, and there's nobody working right now. Well, you know, the other part of it is that I keep finding is that, you know, these big corporations, nowadays everybody's owned by a big company, you know, and the big companies have been making millions and millions and billions of dollars for all these years. Well, that hasn't trickled down to any of the employees here in the last 15 or 20 years. Everybody's still making the same money they were making 20 years ago, and you see the prices of stuff going up now. Oh, yeah. So they just, the general workers that, you know, in my generation have just kind of been like, well, what's the point? Even if I'm going to be broke, it's better than going and working and making somebody else money, because I ain't making any money.
That's right. Yeah.
You know, so what the hell? So that's kind of, you get a bunch of different facets going on there. But yeah, it's been hard. I've been through a bunch of employees. I mean, I'm scheduled out like I am, and I could be just blowing the doors out of my building if I could find some skilled workers to come in and help me. But there's no incentive to be had that'll keep them in the building. You know, and we work on stuff like this. This is some of the coolest stuff that's out there in the industry, and and the pay isn't enough for them to stay around. So I had my wife quit her job at the restaurant so she come run the office for me, so that would keep me out of the office so I could stay in the shop, and we're just doing what we can do now, you know. Yeah. So, you know, I went to a monthly billing, so that way I don't have to kind of do it like we did it, you know, to where I do half down and then some more and then some more. I just work my hours, and then I send the bill at the end of the month, and just, you know, things just get done when they get done. Because, you know, you think you'll be doing something, and then you make an all part order like your dash, and oh no, you can't have that for 3 or 4 months. Well, that puts some brakes on a project in a shop pretty quick. You know, so I do a lot of going in circles. You know, I got 3 bays and 7 jobs running, just so that way I got something going on, because I run out of stuff to do.
Well, yeah, you keep jumping around.
Yeah. But it really makes it hard to get.
Good idea either.
Yeah, it makes it hard to get any one thing done. You know. So I just try to do this thing for everybody, and they kind of follow me and see what I'm up to and see what I'm doing, and if
that's quite a deal you got there.
Yeah, it works out pretty good. We've been doing this for 3 or 4 years now, and the customers really appreciate it, because they don't have to wait for a phone call from me, and they don't have to drop what they're doing to come check on me. They can just kind of get on their computer and look at my pictures and look at my videos, and then if they're good with that, then they're good with that. So
well, this old girl's got a ways to go yet.
Yeah, a little bit.
Mechanical. I got to put coilovers in the front because it's too low.
Oh, is it?
So I can raise it.
Yeah, I wondered.
And a little more adjustment here and there. And actually, the hood fits pretty damn good for one of these things.
Right.
Usually they don't fit worth a damn.
Yeah, I did a lot of work on those. The edges of these fenders right here, I remember doing a lot of work there, and then right down here in the cab area and these kick panels. I really wanted this one and that one. I was trying to go for, I knew you might run well on it, but I was trying to get it tight enough to where you didn't have to if you didn't want to.
Yeah, I don't want to. It's close enough.
Yeah, it looks pretty good.
A little bit down.
Yeah, that one spot right there, huh?
Oh, Henry wasn't too good at this kind of stuff.
No, it looks pretty good. Looks like you got it lined out pretty good.
Do a little whittling on this.
I got the engine block all painted too. Cool.
On this fender, on this hood here. Mm-hmm. Because it kept hitting down here all the time.
Oh,
well, that's why I got to do some touch-up.
Rubbing on that. Okay. Oh, it's not too big.
Actually, down here, if I'm careful, I can fix that and hardly see it.
Yeah, you might be able to just keep it on that edge and just keep it under there. Oh, looks pretty good on here, Wayne.
Yeah, it's starting to
Starting
go
to
together.
kind of come together,
I gotta hook this sucker up, and I got my hose and my upper outlet for the water system.
Water pump.
I went to get some a belt for it. Not measured. I didn't measure the diameter of the.
Oh, right, you're just eyeballing
everything I
it.
needed. So what do I need here? Yeah.
Well, it's just Chevy small block. I need one of those.
That's a little 327. The guy, when I said 327, he says, "What?"
What's that?
Never. And I didn't even know what year they quit making the 327, but it must have been about 1970 or something.
Yeah, I think, right in that 68, 70 area.
Yeah.
That's when pretty much everything went to 350, and, then they had the whole high nickel block truck motors, but.
Yeah, I've got 2 or 3 of them, 350s. So I got 3 or 4 of them made. But
Well, I appreciate you showing us around, Wayne. Thanks for having us over. This thing's beautiful. Thanks for watching, guys. Talk at you later. Take care.